Welcome to Fast Cars, Fast Girls. We are your IndyCar experience. Well, Molly, it's season 5, episode 3. We get to kick off with not just one, but 2 race reviews this week.
Basically, two for the price of one.
It's a twofer, a buy one, get one.
There was a coupon.
There was a coupon.
There was a coupon.
Oh, well, I'll tell you what, Texas. Texas never disappoints on being a race or races to talk about.
Or like the whole weekend was something to talk. I mean, from practice, which was like delayed all the way to the end. Because weather, you know.
Because Texas.
Because Texas and rain, and it's an oval, so they gotta dry it. But it was like apparently misty, humid, and that's just ugh.
Oh, yeah. No, it reminded me of when we went out there 2 years ago. Since I got there before, earlier the day than you, I had spent some time out at the pool, and then I had gone inside to change because I was heading over the track for practice, and then you were getting in right around the time that practice was supposed to end.
Yep.
And I came outside, and I looked out to my west, and I see the track, and then I see lots of storm clouds, and I was like, nope. I'll be staying right here because that practice ain't happening. So when they talked about how the rain was coming, I was like, I know that. I know that Texas rain.
That's just awesome. My favorite thing to do at any racetrack. When they're like, and with like, we'll just look and because Midwestern, right? We can just tell the weather, and we look and we're like, yeah, no, this isn't happening.
We're gonna stay at the campsite. You guys go on and get wet though. Have fun.
Have fun. Yep. Deuces.
Especially for ovals. It's like, nope, they can't do shit in the rain. We'll be here.
Yeah, and then they got to dry shit, so if we're not already there, we ain't coming.
We ain't coming. Get comfy.
Yep. So yeah, no, practice got delayed until like 2:30, and then so they gave everybody an hour and a half practice, but because of that, there was no qual, so the whole weekend was just a kerfluffle.
It was. So they did quals by points, which, whatever. So everybody started in the same position for the first and second race.
No, the second race,
they did it. Right.
Yeah, so the first race, sorry, guys, I've had like 18 4-hour meetings. I'm dying. So the first race was set by points up to that. So Texas won. And then Texas 2 was set by the points after Texas won. So it adjusted. I mean, not a huge
not a lot,
adjustment.
But that's right. Yeah, I do like that they did that though.
Yeah, no, it was. I mean, yeah, I'm sure there's a whole. Oh, they could have done quals on Sunday. Blah blah blah. Maybe
they could have.
They could have, but they did change it. So there's that.
Yeah. It's true. Very true. I just I will say I'll get my negative things out of the way first. I do feel like, since Saturday was dicey with the weather, Sunday was a beautiful day. They definitely had time for quals or at least another practice. Exactly. Yeah. And when you have to take track time away, I feel like you should also be open to adding in track time and be flexible that way as well. So I don't know. It just Sunday felt to me like a lot of wasted track time and a lot like, Pocono 2.0.
Yes.
Because it's like, let's have more things on the track at ovals. Otherwise, people aren't going to come to ovals, and then they're going to stop having ovals on the schedule. But I need the people who own the oval tracks to also be on board the plan of having more things on their oval tracks.
Thank you. And we could have done an hour and a half practice in Texas, maybe. Yeah, they could have, especially Sunday. Yeah.
Plenty of time.
Yeah.
They had the whole damn day. The race wasn't until 5.
And I don't know if they had support series. Not like the kids, but sometimes they'll have like the
trucks or something.
Trucky things. Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I don't believe that they did.
Okay.
So Yeah, because they didn't talk about any other kind of rubber on the track or anything, and usually
That's true.
yeah.
That's always the key. They're like, well, there's 2 different compounds of rubber on the track. You're like, okay, so who was there?
Yeah, and I don't recall that conversation over the broadcast, so I don't
I-
believe there was another series.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I'm like everybody needs to take a page out of Gateway's book and like pack your schedule. Like, if you have to cancel one person, like or one group because of weather, then you do. But
Yeah.
Gateway errs on the side of having too much shit rather than not enough.
That's true.
And that's the way you sell out an oval.
Hell yeah.
I mean, as they have done, they've had to break into the auxiliary seating in the stadium, which, by the way, I love.
It's a nice spot to sit.
It's a nice spot. And, I am very disappointed for the people who went to Texas just because qualifying there is fucking awesome.
It is a fucking awesome qualifying setup.
Oh, it is. And the amount of information that they put on the Big Hoss TV. Yeah, that's right, Texas. I didn't forget about you and your big TV.
None of us forget about Big Hoss. Once you've seen Big Hoss, you can never forget.
You can never forget.
Much like the Alamo. I'm sorry. It was right
All
there.
right, I'll say it. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say
No,
it. This is not.
No. We can't. We'll lose all of the Texas listeners.
All right,
It's a
fine.
big state.
It is a big state. All right, fine.
Ask her to say it in person and she will.
Yes, I've got it's a
Great
joke, and
Alamo.
it's an Alamo joke, and it's the surest way to get into a fist fight anywhere in Texas by saying this phrase that I will not say on air. Fine. You know what? Maybe we'll start a Patreon. If you pay extra, then you can hear all the things that Molly edits out.
Just goes, no.
All of the things that I say that Molly deems not appropriate for the public.
I haven't done one of those recently.
It has been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take that as a challenge, though.
No, I'm like, I don't know that I've gotten any better. I just think you care less.
Yeah. That's part of it. So anyway, back to Texas.
Back to Texas. So yes, I wish they would have had more activity, just the people who were there. And just because I love more activity at ovals, and I intend to go back to Texas. It just did not work out this year.
Yeah.
But that's all the negative I have.
I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot more negative as we go through the race results. So maybe we don't.
Well, I meant that's all the negative I have about the treks, about the weekend schedule.
Okay, cool.
The things that Eddie Gossage and his team have control over.
I appreciate the clarification. I was like, oh, lady, we watched this.
Oh, no. You're like, did we watch the same races?
Exactly. I was like, I mean, I know that it got drunk out during the second race, but I recall some text combos of an angry nature.
We did have some text combos of an angry nature. The first race, you know what? This weekend was really bad to me in every fantasy league I had. It was not great. It was not great. Race 1, I was still at my niece's birthday party. I had it on my phone and on the TV in the house, so I wouldn't miss anything when I was in and outside. And I think when my third driver was out of the race, I was in the living room and I was like, God damn it. And my mom was like, Abby, this is a children's birthday party. And I was like, the kids need to know how Aunt Abby feels about IndyCar.
First of all, no. We don't quiet ourselves about IndyCar. The kids need to learn.
They need to learn these are Aunt Abby words, and I'm watching racing, okay? Like, nobody quieted my grandma when she watched the Vikings.
Yeah, we got to level set with the kids real early.
They know. They're not allowed to say the words that Aunt Abby says. But yeah,
exactly.
So I got yelled at a kid's party.
It happens.
It does. Well, let's just run it through back to front. The huge.
The huge. I will say, race 1, I was concerned because when they set it by points, it meant Alex Plo was starting, and not that he's a bad driver, but it's Texas. But it was a surprisingly clean start.
It was a very clean start.
So
yeah,
that was all I had to say about the start. Now we can run back and forth. But I was like, wait,
Right.
kudos.
I will say, yeah, no, kudos to Pelot. And he did not hold that position very long, but I don't believe that anybody was surprised.
Yeah, no. When they came over the radio and said, "Hey, that's your teammate," I was like, "So he's just gonna
Teammate
pull over?"
outside. Yeah. That's a quick little, don't fuck up this car. Don't send it any dirty air. That is your teammate.
Hey, who makes all the money for the team? Remember.
Just a quick reminder.
Although I did somehow end up in a bet that Polo would finish higher than Scott Dixon. This is what happens when we're not together and I drink with other people during a race.
That was a silly bet.
I know, but I just like, it's like the scene from The Office where Kevin is like, he bets on everything. He's like, one day, John Mellencamp's gonna win a Grammy and I'm gonna make like $50,000. In my mind, that just flashed, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll take that bet. Okay, maybe it'll happen. It's only $10."
Oh, $10, I'd have taken that bet. Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, only 10? Cool."
Hell, I mean, I'll spend that in a single spin at Wheel of Fortune.
Hey, that's a great game.
It is a great game.
Wow.
Oh,
Anyway.
I'll spend it and lose it.
Yeah.
At least you had the whole race to hold on to your $10.
No. This is season wide.
Oh, season wide. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
well, yeah. Why not?
Why not? Exactly. In my mind, I was like, okay, seems like a legit bet.
Probably not, but like,
Yeah, I mean,
fuck
I
it.
probably I could have lit the $10 on fire, but at least I'm. Now I have a reason to cheer for Alex Palou as well. So I mean, like, win me $10.
Right? Win me $10, you Spaniard.
Oh, all right. Well, we should probably.
Yeah, so the first time that I yelled, God damn it, was for our first driver out. Starting position of 7th, ended in 24th,
Oh,
Sebastian Bourdais.
it was. I mean, not so much spoiler alert, but God, it was just a bad weekend for Bourdais.
It was a bad weekend for Bourdais, all around. And I had picked him because he was, he's been racing well this season. And I'm like, you know what? He's one of those guys who's got stamina, and especially Texas 2 days in a row, like that played a part into my thoughts of who I picked.
And but for shitty luck, I think that would have panned out for you.
Yeah, unfortunately, Newgarden decided to kiss the back of Bourdais' car and sent him into the wall. So thank you for that, Joseph Newgarden.
Thanks, Joseph. But I mean,
you're on my shit list, Joe.
Yeah, I don't know. Bourdais was talking about it afterward, and he was like, honestly, like the field kind of slowed up, and then Newgarden was like, burp. He seemed upset.
The field was slowing, but not to the point that anybody was on their brakes.
Yeah,
because I just rewatched it a little bit ago, and Newgarden was speeding up, and so then he kind of, but he just the field was slowing up, but
yeah,
I think he wasn't reading the circumstances quite as quickly as he.
Oh, 100%. It wasn't like Newgarden just was like skirt skirt. It was more like, oh shit, nobody. He didn't see that the field was slow.
Yeah, it's like the only excuse you have for hitting somebody in that circumstance is when you're driving on ice.
Yep. So.
Oh, and I don't believe there was ice out there.
Not in Texas.
Not in Texas. So yeah, that was sad. And then another heartbreaker.
Yeah, started
20th.
Yep.
Finished 23rd. James Hinchcliffe.
Yeah, there was just something about the Genesis car crashing during the Genesis race. So I'm going to need them to spell Genesis like the band and the chapter in the Bible, not the other way. That's not really for this. Yeah, nope. Poor Hinch. Rosenquist passed him, got that little turbulence, and then he just got up into that non-IndyCar traction.
Mm-hmm.
And that car got destroyed.
Yeah, it really did. It really did. And speaking of Rosenquist in the first race,
Yes.
And I'm gonna say the same thing about the second race. What the actual fuck? Like what was going on? There was a pit stop that he like came out so hard that he drove in the grass.
So he had to do that to avoid when Erickson had his, like, he started and stalled and then he lost his tire. So Rosenquist had to dive around Marcus.
Okay. Because
Yeah.
I didn't see the details of that. I was just like, what is going on? So, okay, well that makes more sense. But yes. Oh, James.
Oh, Jim. Oh, Jimothy.
Jimothy. Jamothy. And then another swearing moment for me. Started fourth, finished 22nd. Young Colton Herta, who well, his wheel bearing got too hot.
Like, there was some weird foreshadowing because in practice, like, he sat on, like, he didn't put in a lot of laps during practice because he was having like brake and wheel bearing issues.
They
Then
should have known.
caught on fire.
On fire.
Poor Colton.
Car was on fire. Yeah, poor Colton Herta. And yeah, you're welcome to everybody that I donated money to this week. Yeah, no, that hurt. Starting 24th, finishing 21st, Connor Daly.
Yeah, I mean, glad that he was back with Carlin for this race weekend.
Yeah, I was as well.
I don't know if I think it felt like it was put together a little last minute, so I don't think they had enough time to really get the car set up right for him.
Yeah, it just wasn't. Wasn't a great race.
Wasn't dialed in for him.
Yeah. Oh, next up, wanted him to do better. Started 8th, finished 20th. Renus BK.
He didn't put in the wall, so we're already better than last year, so we have improved. But
right?
He just was like the unfortunate. Every single time I looked up, it felt like another driver was like really chopping the nose air off of BK, and I was like, ugh, buddy.
Dude, everybody was chopping his nose off.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, that hurts.
I was like, everybody's out here driving like TK.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, VK. It was not your weekend either.
Not at all. No.
Oh, next up, who we just mentioned lost a tire, installed it, starting 9th, finishing 19th. Marcus Erickson. Not his day either.
No. It dropped him, and that tire was gone too. And it was a weird weekend for wheels and tires and brakes and all of that shit. And, a shitty pit stop at Texas is gonna put you down.
It sure is. It really is, because you can lose laps fast.
Oh yeah. Not as quickly as Iowa, but still pretty fast.
Still pretty quick. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Starting 22nd, finishing 18th, Dalton Kellett.
Yeah, Dalton wins the award of first lapped car on lap 49. He was the first car to be lapped in the race.
Aw.
That's the note I had for Dalton Kellett. I was like, that's a sad note, but okay.
Oh. Consistency started 17th, finished 17th. Ed Carpenter.
It's not great consistency. Like, it'd be cooler if the consistency was in the top 10.
Obviously.
But he had been complaining about vibrations in the car all weekend. So I did not have that car set right.
No, he wasn't. Yeah. He was displeased with quite a few things over the weekend. Much more so on Sunday.
Yes.
But
weren't we all, though, Ed? Weren't we all?
And then next up, starting 21st, finishing 16th, Ryan Hunter-Reay.
I mean, he gained some spots, but really half of it was because of attrition.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he also didn't have a great car. But hey, he finished a race.
Sure did.
He didn't get collected. We call that a win in the Ryan Hunter-Reay book.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Next up, pretty consistent. Started 14th, finished 15th. Pietro Fittipaldi.
He had a quiet race on Saturday.
He did have a quiet race on Saturday. He went out there, he ran his race, he stayed out of the way of the big dogs, and he brought the car home.
Yep.
Same cannot be said for Sunday, but we'll get
Nope.
there.
I believe that his conversation with Dario Franchitti on Saturday night versus his conversation with Dario. No, it's not Dario. Sorry. Dario's doing polo. Never mind.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, so starting second and finishing 14th, Will Power.
Yeah.
He just, I don't know. He seemed like he was driving, and I hate to say this word with him, but like timid. He just, I'm used to seeing Will make moves, and he just really wasn't, especially at restarts. Like Dixon passed him immediately.
Yeah. It wasn't the normal, didn't feel like the normal Will that we see.
No.
So, yeah. But I don't feel like he was that thrilled with his car either. I think that which again, and was Will the one who mentioned that maybe they should have had more practices? Or no, it was Rossi. It was Rossi.
Rossi wanted quals on Sunday.
Quals, yeah, that's right. But yeah, I think more time on track would have probably helped that. Just saying.
I mean, I get that they're trying to compress the schedules, but at what cost?
Yeah, not to the detriment of our drivers and safety and
just good racing.
And just good racing. Yeah, we don't need to be a crash fest. This is not, bumper cars. This isn't a monster truck rally. This is IndyCar. Have some respect for yourselves.
Dang it.
Like, we're white trash, but we're not that white trash.
Like, okay? At least we're not like the other white trash.
We're the kind of white trash who can still class it up and like clean up pretty good.
Yeah.
We can still clean up and look like an 8 out of a 10. Okay.
Yeah.
We're on the upper echelon of white trash.
Yes. So.
Starting 18th, finishing 13th, Felix Rosenquist.
Who, as we mentioned, kind of lost some time when he had to dive around Marcus during Marcus's pit stop kerfluffle. But I will say that Rosenquist was trying the higher line. He was, I think, one of the first cars to really try and get those high passes during the race. So good on you, Felix.
Yeah, he was trying that. So, well, A for effort.
Yeah, 100%.
Because I'm sure it's scary up there. Not a lot of drivers were heading up that way.
Not at all.
No, definitely not. Next up, starting 19th, finishing 12th, Ed Jones.
Not bad.
Not bad at all. I mean, and he does have these flashes of brilliance. I mean, not that finishing 12th is a flash of brilliance, but every now and then Ed Jones will pop out and like podium or be in the top 5 and just kind of surprising. You're like, oh, where'd that come from?
Right. You're like, oh, hey, good race, Ed Jones.
Yeah. So I had high hopes for him on Sunday. They were destroyed, but it's okay.
There were a lot of hopes on Sunday that got destroyed.
A lot of people had destroyed hopes.
Yeah. Whole bunch.
I'm glad that we were all in it together, though.
It's a bonding moment.
It was. Topping the speeds in practice and didn't do too shabby, starting 23rd, finishing 11th. Tony Kanaan, who is kind of a master at restarts on ovals with cold tires.
Yeah, and by lap 2, he was already up 3 spots.
Like, he was moving and grooving and wasting no time.
It felt good to see him back on an oval.
It did.
It feels like all is right in the world when you're like, oh, Tony's on the oval? Okay.
Beautiful.
We're gonna make this as a society. It's fine,
right?
Guys.
Like, we're gonna make it.
Yeah.
We're gonna make it through this. We're okay. Next up, starting 5th, finishing 10th, Simon Pagenaud.
I don't know, man. The Penske's, it was like a tale of 2 Penske's. Some cars were good. Some cars were not so good.
Yeah. I expected more. I did.
We all did. We did.
Starting 12th, finishing 9th, Takuma Sato.
I think he learned from Texas last year, and he was like, hey, maybe not so aggressive on Texas. So we don't
Maybe not.
beep, beep, beep. He still made moves, but he was not so much like, I'm going to just whoop, do what I want to do. Like,
He wasn't as kamikaze about it.
oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh. And then starting 16th, finishing 8th, Alexander Rossi.
He and TK were on the restarts because I think both of them were up 3 spots by lap 2 individually. So yeah, car was weird though. It was handling wildly different between the turns, so that's fun.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah. Very interesting. Starting 6th, finishing 7th, holding his own up there, Jack Harvey.
I mean, here's the deal. He was like, he made passes.
He did,
So
and
much,
he was defending the shit out of his position.
yeah. And like other drivers are like, what the hell? And like race control is like, I mean, but we didn't penalize them. So I'm here for aggressive and defensive Jack Harvey. Like, okay, buddy, don't
Yeah.
let him talk down to you. Mm-mm.
Letting everybody know that Meyer Shank Racing is full time and they're here to stay.
And if you don't like
Bitches.
this, wait until May when Elio comes.
Try to be hateful.
Yeah,
You can't. His
you
smile's
can.
contagious.
It is the only plague that we all would welcome.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yep.
Pretty much.
Well, let's see.
Starting 10th, finishing the best out of the Penske's in position number 6, Joseph Newgarden.
That's not right. You forgot the fourth Penske.
Oh, I forget that there's 4 now.
Yep.
That's right. All right.
Of the returning Penske's, he finished highest.
That's right. Oh. Which he also got a restart at the back of the field for his avoidable contact.
Yeah, and he still finished 6th. There's that. That's always saying something. You're like, okay.
Which, interestingly enough, it was with, or no, it was with Bourdais.
Yeah.
But yeah, so restart at the back of the field obviously didn't affect his race too much.
Not at all. No.
Starting in 13th, finishing in 5th, making hella moves was Graham Rahal.
No, that he took that second restart and like, shoot, man, I think he was passing God and everybody up there.
He was, and he gave Jack Harvey a run for his money. Jack was defending the crap out of his spot, and Rahal was like, "Hold my beer."
Yeah,
Like, nope, I'm coming for you, and I'm coming hard.
it was good. It was good to watch.
It was a good race for Rahal.
Hmm.
And
Good
then
weekend for Rahal.
it was a good weekend for Rahal all around. It was. Starting in pole position, finishing 4th, Alex Palou, just shy of a podium.
Just shy of a podium.
So,
Not bad.
Not too shabby.
I mean, he did give that position up to Scott by a lap 2.
He did.
Yeah.
But still, top 5 finish. Can't be mad at that.
At least he didn't get passed by Scott before the first lap, like somebody did last year at the 500.
That's a valid point. He did make it 2 laps, still being in the lead.
Gotta put that out there.
Just saying. Starting in 11th, also made some moves and was not afraid of the high line.
Yeah.
Pato O'Ward finishing 3rd.
Both aero cars are like, we're gonna try the high line out. Well, we'll see what happens.
Right?
Paid off. I mean,
It did.
it worked.
It did indeed. Starting 15th, also made hella moves. Scott McLaughlin.
Yeah. He had a really great pit stop, and after that pit stop, he actually beat I think he beat Pato, and so he was second, and like he just kept it.
He sure did.
Good on him.
He owned it and kept it, and yeah, no, that was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, and Pato was about a second and a half behind him. He was just barely behind Dixie at a 0.28 or 0.26 seconds down.
Honestly, it was one of those where you're like, man, if this was like another 10-ish laps, Scott McLaughlin might have caught Dixon. It was pretty close.
He might have. Yeah.
He might
No,
have.
it was good. That was very entertaining to watch.
Yeah. So obviously, starting third, finishing first, Scott Dixon.
Scott Dixon.
Scott Dixon, who there was one restart. I think it was the second, maybe it was the first restart. Like he just took off for a minute, and I was like, my God.
Yes. Yeah, and it was like, dude.
Where's Scott? He's like, oh, he's two turns ahead of everybody else. Okay.
Like, did everybody else miss the command for green? What the hell?
That is kind of what it felt like. I was like, well, Scott's
really
going. Is anybody else going to go?
Like, everybody's radios off.
What happened here? Did race control finally just say, the first green is for Scott, the second green is for the rest of the field?
The rest of you peasants.
You peasants. But no, it was, yeah, Scott won. Okay, the grass is green, the sky is blue. Scott Dixon won a race. Meh.
Yep.
Way to go, Scott McLaughlin. First oval, getting second place.
I mean, really, I didn't put him in any of my fantasy stuff just because I was like, I don't know about how that's going to go on his first oval. And I'll tell you what,
all were
I
like,
was...
first oval. Yeah, kicking myself. Kicking.
Yeah, no, he did a great job.
And bonus, it's the first IndyCar podium with 2 New Zealanders. So that's really cool.
That's right.
Yeah. And like McLaughlin was talking about, like Dixon is somebody that like he has, idolized and whatnot, obviously, being a New Zealander, like race car god. So like for him to like basically be trying to pass Scott Dixon at the end of that race, I'm sure it was just the tits.
Oh, I bet that was probably such a surreal moment for him to be like racing against his hero.
Yeah, for like a win on your first oval. My God.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait till we get to chat with him some more. He seems very fun.
Yes, he does seem very exciting.
He's a good addition to our paddock.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Well, anything else that you want to add in about race 1?
I think that's it for me from race 1. I just don't want to talk about race 2, though.
Well, I'm going to take a quick shot because it seems fitting. There were many taken on Sunday. Texting some friends, and I think at some point I was like, I'm just taking shots now.
Yeah, I mean, at first we were just, you drinking, it's a race, you're gonna drink, and then the kerfluffle happened, and then the second incident happened, and then you're just drinking to numb the pain. Okay, just trying to numb the feelings away.
Oh, it was just, yeah. So I think the best way to describe it is what you heard over Rossi's radio.
Yeah, and depending on what you listen to and where you are, sometimes, because I used the app for Barber and it was right with the broadcast.
But it was not this weekend.
It was not this weekend, and so they're,
It was live, but the broadcast is about 45 seconds delayed.
Yeah, so they, green, 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 and then you heard, I don't know who yelled it, not Rossi, yell, whoa, and then just, Jesus.
And then Rossi, Jesus.
And I'm like, what is about to, oh no, because I heard him say Jesus, and at that point, I'm already yelling at the TV. I don't know what's about to happen. I mean, I didn't know if he was caught in it because he answered, so God only knows. I was just already screaming, just like, no, we haven't even gotten a lap in. So, yep, green, green, green. Whoa, Jesus.
I think that sorry if you can hear that siren. That's very loud. But I think that about sums up everybody's initial emotion. Like, yeah. Jesus.
Green, green, green. Jesus.
Ugh. I was like, what the actual fuck? Just.
First of all, I mean, yeah, it was a slow start. Okay. It was a slow start. Dixie did a slow start.
Oh, he did do a slow start, and that was dirty.
Up on the field. Yeah, Dixie did the start dirty, and this is a hill I die on.
Yeah, no, he did everybody dirty.
He did everybody dirty. He took out a fourth of the field, a sixth of the field. How many
A
people he
fourth.
took out? 2, 3,
Yeah,
4, 5. Yeah, he
six.
took out a sixth of the field.
Yeah, 6 cars, fourth of the field. I mean, basically, he took out how many cars Andretti's going to run in the 500.
He took out
He took out the.
he took out an Andretti Indy 500 paddock.
Oh. So he checked up, and then young Pietro.
Because, first he checks, so everybody slows and bunches. And you know what doesn't end well? That.
Has it ever ended well?
Nope.
No.
Just ask Will Power about the race at Gateway. Right.
Or any of the other ones. Portland in 2019. Yeah. Just. So the race hasn't even started. We barely go green. Most of the cars haven't even crossed the start-finish line. And giant accident.
All of the ones that got taken out did not some of them did, but I would say not under their own power did they cross the start finish.
Yeah, no, just centrifugal motion.
Yeah, so you were saying young Pietro.
Young Pietro didn't get the message that the veterans like to check up from time to time on the starts, and they had a gap, and a lot of the cars had a gap because, well, they know that Will and Dixie sometimes play fast and loose with the starts.
Yep.
So they had a gap, but Pietro didn't get that memo, and then he hit. Who did he hit first?
He hit Bourdais.
That's right. He hit fucking Bourdais again, and then Bourdais nails Rossi.
Yes.
And that's, I'm sure, when Rossi said, "Jesus."
I think it was afterward, but I don't know. It felt like it went on forever, but I think it only lasted like a second.
Well, and I just love that he keyed the radio so that everybody would hear him.
Oh yeah, I mean,
like that's such a me move.
I was gonna say that's 100% what we would do.
Yeah.
Like Jesus. Oh, I mean, the FCC, would be calling with what we said, but yeah.
Certainly.
Mm-hmm.
Certainly. So Bourdais then nailed Rossi. Let's see who else got collected in this.
Dalton Kellett and Ed Jones somehow got collected.
And then Connor Daly
Poor Connor.
Poor Connor.
Thought there was a gap.
Upside down, like he tries to find a hole. Which in his interview he was like, they're like, "Did you try to find a hole?" He's like, "We found it. We did find it. Hinch made it through."
Yeah, he was like, "I was following Hinch. Hinch found the hole," and then apparently that's when, either Kellett or Jones, not under their own power at this point.
Yeah, nailed Daly.
And he flipped, and
he's basically on top of 3 race cars at one point, upside down
on the high part of the wall.
Yeah.
So, and then he slides still upside down. He moves like forward and down and ends up in the grass.
And eventually is still going so fast, scrubbing off speed, that the car flips over and he is upright again.
Yeah. Covered in grass and mud. Fine. He's fine.
That could have been a really nasty accident.
Horrible. I mean,
yeah.
We can talk about this and we can they are all fine, thank goodness, and thank God for the safety improvements the sport has made, because this crash would have not been.
No. Connor's poor little mullet would have been scalped.
Yeah, gone.
It's gone.
Although I will say, if you have an opportunity, do look up the interview with him post going upside down, because he basically was like, "Well, it's not fun. Learned that."
That was the least fun I've had all day.
No, he goes, "Well, I've been upside down in an Indy car. That's not fun." And I was like, "Oh, Connor, please don't ever leave us."
Right? Like, you are a national treasure.
Between that, Rossi's radio, and then they had the actual footage of Rossi seeing what the heck happened for the first time, and his expression is just like, "Are you fucking shitting me right now?"
Oh my God. It was that was the best.
I have made that just what is this? Yeah.
Him watching in complete disbelief, like he already knew it was bullshit fuckery, but then to see that confirmed was just salt in the wound. I mean, I think me, you, and Juliana text at that time were like, he's murdering someone tonight.
Yeah. He's just killing somebody. And he looked at it, and it was like the man was in the crash. He knew kind of what happened. Like he knows the crash is going to happen, but it's just that moment of maybe it won't. Maybe it was a real. Nope. Okay.
He's like, maybe there will be a legitimate reason. Maybe a rabbit ran across the track. Maybe there's some fucking reason why this happened.
Jackalope. I don't know. Nope. Just bullshit fuckery. Cool. 2021 is starting out awesome for Team Rossi.
I'm so sorry. I mean,
my boss and I just text each other and commiserate. It's fine at this point.
Just such a great driver with just the worst luck.
I'm smudging the car in Indy, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know what I need to go buy, but I'm going to go to one of the stores, buy something, and be like, hey, there's a paint. What do I need? Let me rephrase that. Bring me all of the things that I need.
Yeah. I want everything that I would need up to and including to perform an exorcism.
Yeah. Basically, pretend that I'm a Ghostbuster and I need it.
Yeah, like we're going to start with smudging. We're going to end with Ghostbuster / exorcism. So I want all the supplies for those and everything in between.
Yes, this is the continuum.
So who would have thought picking Bourdais 2 races in a row? What are the odds?
What? I don't know, but I mean, it was Sebastian Bourdais' no good, very bad weekend. Okay.
Oh.
Like if I were him, there would have been a moment where I was just like, maybe I quit. Maybe I just quit, guys. Maybe I just quit.
I mean, I just thought to myself, like, his poor body.
Oh God, yeah.
He has been in so many accidents on ovals, like at high speed. Like, how does he get out of bed in the morning? My body hurts just watching him hit the wall.
Yeah.
And he's no spring chicken.
No. He's part of the older driver club.
Although I do love a nice, sassy sea bass in an interview.
It is one of my favorite things.
It really is. Because he basically was just like, idiots. Like, I mean, that was
his whole interview, basically. He was just like,
idiots.
They are all idiots.
Stupid.
And then he just leaves.
Yeah. It was like he just watched it and was just like, stupid.
I'm going to go fly home now.
Going back to my RV. Thanks, guys. That was fun.
That was fun. The, I don't know, 20 laps in total I drove this weekend.
God. Oh, Bourdais. Oh, and then...
and then technically, Hinch.
So he started 22nd, finished 18th. He made it through the hole, but then had some mechanical gremlins, which...
Yeah, it seems like he got pinged a bit in the crash because he pitted soon after, and it was like the toe link, and they just could not get it fixed. So finally they were like, skirt, we done.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, technically, officially 6, but really Scott took 7 people out in that race.
Yeah, he really did. Hateful.
I believe that makes him a spree killer. Not that they're dead, but...
But yeah, no, that's a spree. That's not serial. Yeah. That's a spree. Yeah.
Just putting that out there for everybody.
In case you wanted to know the difference. And then...
The hate Scott Dixon. You can't, though. He's too nice.
He is too nice. Damn, isn't that just the truth?
It really is. Because, like...
It's impossible to dislike the guy.
Right, and you kind of want to because he just wins everything. There's that. But you can't.
You can't.
He's really nice.
Because he's a hell of a driver. It's not like he doesn't earn it.
Right. But still, you're kind of like, man, I hate Scott Dixon for winning. But then you're like, but I don't.
You're like, but at the same time, like, he's just a killer. Like, he's just awesome at it.
Yeah. I mean, I can still hate people for being awesome. He's just nice. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's true. If he was an asshole, it'd be very easy.
Oh yeah, 100%. So moving away from people Scott Dixon ruined the race for.
Starting 5th, ending 17th. Jack Harvey, also with mechanical bullshit. He had an issue with his wheel bearing as well, overheating.
See? It was the whole wheels, wheel bearing, brakes, something in
Mhm.
Texas in the air.
He
And it
happened to catch
sucked.
his before it caught on fire, like
That's
Old
true.
Norris the day before. But
So we learned a little bit.
we did. He noticed it quickly and was like, yeah, I like how he was like, yeah, I could see that smoke, and was just like, well,
I'm gonna just,
we're blown.
I'm gonna just pull this in, okay, guys. I'm gonna just pull over.
Skirt.
I'm gonna get the Hoosier helpers. And it sucks because he had a great
Oh
day.
my
Like that
God.
first restart, he was out there killing it. And I was like,
Killing
all right, like I was like, I'm feeling a top 5, and then it was not to be.
No, it was not.
Feel like that's the theme for Texas, but it was not to be.
It was not to be. Let's see.
Right, Felix.
Yeah, no, I was trying to see if any of them had penalties yet that we'd covered, but no. All right, so starting 17th, finishing 16th, Felix Rosenquist.
So Felix, I can't. Because the damn tire got loose and rolled away, so much so that they threw a yellow flag for the runaway tire.
Yep,
And
the
I'm
third
just-
yellow. It says lost tire, car 7 on back straight.
It's just, it's funny to me. Again, nobody was hurt, so I really can laugh at this, but I remember going, where in the hell is that tire? And then I was like, they just threw a yellow flag for her. Just one little tire. Just
Well,
making
it
its
was
way
like
down.
rolling back and forth.
No, I know, but I mean that it got away so much.
So
They
much.
had to- yeah,
Well,
it
and,
wasn't-
and he got penalized for an unsafe release. I think they didn't mean to release him because as soon as he left, he was like, I'm sorry, guys, that's my bad. Like, he already knew. I will say, if anybody was listening to Ed Carpenter's radio when that went down, it was epic.
I mean, Ed's radio is always a good go. What was this when he decided he needed to speak to,
This is when he demanded to speak to Brian Barnhart, yes.
like, during the race?
During the race,
Ed would be like, get Barnhart and put him in my ear now.
oh, no, he wasn't talking about waiting till after. He said, I would like to speak with the race director as soon as he's free, which should be soon.
Ed never
And
said
then he came over and he said, my message was passed along to Brian Barnhart, correct?
that. He needed confirmation. The problem
He
is you
wanted
gotta
some
confirm it.
closed loop communication on that bad boy. But yeah, I would like to speak to the race director, which should, as soon as he's free, which should be soon.
Ah, Ed, I love you.
Yeah, that tire threw him
It
over.
broke Ed Carpenter.
It broke Ed Carpenter. That was the final straw. And he was like, all right, what is this fucking amateur hour out here? Like,
He was
he
like,
was
"Are you
ready to
kidding me?"
bust some skulls. He's like, do we need to have ROP at every oval? Are we just letting anybody enter these fucking races now?
I'm like, ROP for everybody, okay? In Ed Carpenter's world, everybody's got to do ROP because first the crash, then the tire. You knew he was like, nope.
Oh,
No.
yeah. No, he was so sassafras. Oh, so yeah. Rosenquist got a drive-through for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
Starting.
I'm not sorry for the text that I sent our friend whose husband is on Rosenquist's team. I believe I just wrote, girl, when that
Yep.
happened.
Yep.
I stand by
I
that text.
We were all just like T's and P's.
F's in the chat. F's in the chat.
F's in the chat. Oh. Next up, starting 20th, finishing 15th, Tony Kanaan.
Yeah,
I
I got that.
expected him to do better.
Well, he did get the penalty for service in the closed pit, so
That's true. During the first yellow, so he got a restart at the back of the field.
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So it goes.
so the world turns. Sorry. Oh, and then Sato, who started 11th and finished 14th, and continuing with the theme of the weekend, he also lost a tire during a pit stop because that's what happens in Texas.
Yeah,
I
that's
guess.
3. Is it like deaths? Like they
I
come in
mean,
threes?
and if you count like the wheel bearing issues, like that's 5.
It's true. So we're owed an additional one. So watch out this next race.
Shout at Indy. Oh God, no.
Watch out.
Oh
A
Lord.
tire will be loose.
Yep. Somebody's
Uh,
gonna have wheel kerfluffles.
right. But yeah, Basato did finish 14th, starting 11th, so lost a few spots.
Yep.
Will
Uh,
Power started 3rd, but finished 13th. He
because
was not happy with that car that day either. Like
yeah.
they just could not find speed in that thing.
And at one point he was
Well, and
trying
he
to pass,
brushed,
but I think he got too high. Yeah, and he brought and turned
brushed
it
the
over.
wall, and then that just screwed
That's
him.
gonna screw it. Yeah, because we were that happened, and I think the first time I was like, wait, what happened? Why is like 7 cars going past
Yeah,
willpower?
like why? And why is he not like fighting at all?
Am I in Bizarro world here? What's happening?
Yeah, is this the Twilight Zone?
That
Is
was
it
another
opposite
text
day?
with my boss who just wrote Will, and I was like, I know what's going on.
So many text threads during a race.
So
So
many.
many. Well, fairly consistent, starting 13th, finishing 12th. Marcus Erickson.
Got a penalty for an improper lane usage. I did not catch that on the broadcast, so
Um, I think
which
that was,
I mean it's something to do with a pit, so
yeah, it was on pit lane.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
didn't see it.
Starting 19th, finishing 11th. Ed
One might
Carpenter.
say 1911. Hey-o. Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Hey-o. Anyway,
Hey-o.
Ed
So almost broke into
Carpenter.
the top 10. Not too shabby.
Um, maybe one day we will know if he ever had that conversation with Brian Barnhart. Race
Oh,
control.
I hope
Is
he
it
did.
still? It's not Brian, isn't it? Kyle Novak. It's Kyle Novak who's head of race control.
Oh, well,
Or
he
did he
asked.
just want race director?
No, he wanted race director.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah, no, he wanted race director.
My bad. Why
Yeah,
did I go for different people?
he
Much
didn't give
race
a
director.
shit about race control at that point.
They were like, you can speak to Kyle Novak, and he was like, who?
He's like, new phone, who dis?
Exactly.
He just looks at Kyle Novak. Ho, why is you here?
Why is you here? Hey Ed, we've got Kyle Novak. I don't believe I asked for Kyle Novak. Is he the race director? No? Then I don't care.
Right? It's like that TikTok from last fall. He's like, Ari, you're cool, but low-key, fuck you.
Loki fuck you. Oh God, I love giving Ed shit. Only because he's such a nice guy.
Kyle, ho, why is you here? Max, you a child, stay in the child's place.
Oh.
You're cool, but low-key, fuck you. Oh. All right, starting 21st,
It's
finishing
the
10th.
5th day of May.
Right. Which happy Cinco de Mayo and Mission and Arrow are down on Main Street right now, actually, as we record.
Yes. Yesterday was May the 4th to be with you. Today is Cinco de Mayo, and tomorrow is Revenge of the Sith.
Yes, it is.
Anyway,
And if you have Hulu, you can watch Return of the Farce, the Family Guy spoof on Star Wars.
there you
They've
go.
got all those episodes up right now, which I thoroughly enjoy.
They're good. I'm just
They really are, though. Honestly, like for a quality cartoon spoof, it's funny and hysterical. Like
yeah,
funny, pretty spot on, and just
just fun.
just hilarious.
Yeah.
All right. So better day for Ryan Hunter race. Started 21st, broke the top 10, finished 10th.
There you go.
Um,
Better day for Renus.
Definitely was a better day for Renus. He started 12th and finished 9th. And he even got a restart at the back of the field for an improper pit exit.
Even with the restart, he was like, "Look, I gotta be better."
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
Daddy's not mad. He's just real disappointed.
And like everybody, okay?
Oh, especially Brian Barnhart.
I mean, yes. Yes.
Oh, yeah. Ed wanted to know what penalties people were getting.
It just feels like he was. What does he? In my mind, I mean, he can't because he's driving a car. But like, does he have a fucking notebook with him? Is he making notes like, okay, they gave this to this. This person got this penalty.
I mean, I honestly hope that. Well, I love Ed Carpenter Racing, so I don't want to see anything happen to that team. But if Ed Carpenter were to no longer be managing that team, if he were, like AJ Foyt, where he's just kind of in name, etc., I think that Ed Carpenter would be fucking stellar at either race control or race director.
Yes.
Because he
Yeah.
is just anal enough to like care about the shit that needs to be cared about and let them race when they need to race.
Exactly. That's why you always need old racers in those positions. And again,
Mhm.
hill I will die on until the end, until Jesus himself comes back.
I mean, I'm really with you there.
Yeah.
I'm with you there. But yeah, no. I imagine if Ed wasn't a race car driver, he would have been an attorney.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, starting 7th, finishing 8th, not quite as good as the day before, Scott McLaughlin.
But
still,
hey, you know
top
what?
10 finish.
Top 10. I was like, top 10 and you podium the day before. At this point, you're like, yeah, I don't need to show up and prove anything this race. I'm fine.
Right. Just take out enough to win.
Enough to win.
Starting 2nd, finishing 7th, Alex Palou.
Good showing. Good showing. I mean,
Good
he had
showing.
a good weekend. He did. He had a good weekend. So,
He did.
yeah.
Starting 8th, finishing 6th, my boy Simon Pagenaud just about broke into the top 5. A little better finish than the day before. Made me happy.
Improving. Always.
Always.
Right. My dyslexic ass wrote that backwards. And I was like, I thought he finished 8th. And I was like, nope, idiot. You wrote that backwards.
Well, it's because they put it in a stupid order.
I wrote it all the rest of the ways right. So, it's just my ass.
Colton Herta started 10th, finished 5th.
Well, he had to make up for his car catching fire.
Yeah, for not
We
finishing
had
all
to
the
do
way
it on
before.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good race for Colton.
I mean, he had to come back and not catch on fire.
He did.
He did. Good. Yep. Hey, nobody surprised. Scott Dixon finished in the top 5. He started first. He did not win. He finished 4th. I don't know why this is suddenly a Scott Dixon hate moment. I don't hate Scott. I don't.
No,
I
we don't. We love Scott.
I really like Scott. It's fine.
We love Scott. But he just was not quite quickest on Sunday.
Yeah.
So rounding out our podium, starting in 9th, finishing 3rd, Graham Rahal. Another great race for him. I mean, it really was a stellar weekend for him all around.
It was, and he led for a bit. So this was a really, really good race weekend for Graham Rahal. I mean, hey, maybe he'll win at Indy. We will see. I don't know why I said that. I have no idea why I said that.
I mean,
Maybe.
you never know. You never know who the track's going to choose.
The track chooses the winner.
It sure does. Starting 6th, finishing 2nd, Joseph Newgarden. So, a little bit better day for him.
Yep. I mean,
and he didn't
he
hit
didn't
anybody.
take out
So.
more day.
I mean, positives all around. Things you did well.
Did not hit another driver.
See, if I was a team owner, I would do it like when I orient new nurses. We have a sheet that we go over every day, and there are two sections, and it's like an open-ended, and it's things that went well, things that could have gone better.
So first of all, I love that you guys frame it in the positive. I think we would have to change it just a little bit for drivers. Things that went well, things that sucked.
I mean, I'll tell you, that wasn't my original wording, but
that, yeah.
you know,
clean it up for the work. Yeah.
Yeah, not everybody's as blunt as me, and not everybody can handle the bluntness. Like things that rocked, things that sucked was on the the rough draft.
Yeah, I get that.
Because that's how I think. Like this rocked, this sucked. So yeah, things that went well, things that could have gone better. Well, you improved. You improved your things that could have gone better from Saturday, Joseph. So well done.
Yes.
Not hitting
Congratulations.
other cars. Well done. You did not do that. And
Ah,
then super exciting. His first win
yeah.
in IndyCar, started fourth, finished first, and he got out there and held the lead and held off Joseph Newgarden, which was hard to do, and passing him
Right.
in the first place was hard to do. Um, and so just really a hell of a run by Pato O'Ward. And
Absolutely.
the kid could not have been more excited.
Oh my gosh. No. And he had every I mean, he was making moves, he was using that higher line. I mean, he really not that they don't deserve wins when they win, but like 100% deserve that win. Very
Oh,
excited.
he was definitely the most daring on the high line on
Oh
Sunday.
yeah. Oh, 100%, yes.
Like he put it all out there on the line.
Yeah. Honestly, it's one of those like, when people talk about, well, I can't be mad that I didn't because I gave it all and I didn't leave anything. He didn't leave anything. He
That's what I was
gave it
gonna
all
say.
and he
He
won.
he
Yep.
left it all on the track. Like he had
Yep.
nothing left to give. Yep.
Yep. It was
So
very, very
solid win. And honestly, I love Pato. Um,
such
yeah, he's great to chat with, interview. Like he's great with fans, and it was just all that emotion was just pure and raw, and
and
I
it
love.
was yeah, it's a good weekend, good race to get your first. I mean, obviously Indy would be the best to get your first podium on or your first win on, but this is not anything to sneeze at.
Heck no, it is the only other super speedway on the course.
Exactly.
So yeah, congrats, Pato Award. Well done.
That's Pato. Good weekend. Good weekend for Pato.
Good weekend indeed. Which, if
Good
you want to know
weekend.
more about the races and delve into them a little bit more deeply, you can always check out Molly's blogs, which are on our website, www.fastcarsfastgirls.com. Molly writes up a little race review and gives you her unfettered opinions
Mhm.
on everything that you may or may not have seen on the broadcast. So you can check that out. She's got her own page on our website. You can also listen directly from our website or link to any of your favorite podcast hosting sites. We're available on all of them, and you can see all of our social media. We've got a Facebook, an Instagram, Twitter, and a TikTok. So make sure you check all that out and more at www.fastcarsfastgirls.com.
Yay.
Yay!
Sorry,
So,
I'm like, I don't know what to do because now we've also run out of things to talk.
well, we haven't rounded up everything to talk about because, well, that's probably okay because we probably should white flag it.
Yeah, I was going to say like it's the race review, obviously, like white flaggish ish is like, yep, it's May. There's a lot to talk about. We know all about Stefan. Very excited. Very excited.
Yep,
And like
that's super
that's
exciting. Stefan's going to be with Andretti. We are in the process of planning an unplugged event for the IndyCar Grand Prix here in Indianapolis, aka here in Speedway, our hometown. So keep your eyes out on our social media.
yep.
Uh, as we form the details for that, we will let you guys know so everybody can come and hang out. As usual, it will be a BYOC event, meaning
Yep.
bring your own chair slash cooler. So whatever you want to drink, bring it.
Also mask.
Yes, bring your masks. Don't be those people.
Don't be those people. Wait, you
Don't
have
be
to
those
wear them.
people.
You just have to wear it. It's fine, but I ain't gonna deal with it. So BYOC/him.
Yeah, bring your mask. Like we live in a civilization. These are the
Yep.
rules.
Yep. Anyway.
And then really my white flag is, did Carvana just buy
Oh
every
my
commercial
God.
spot available? Like, at
Just
what point in the season will we see a commercial for literally anything else?
the limit does not exist.
And I'm sorry, don't get me wrong, they've got decent commercials, and I think that it's a great idea. But
Right.
until I see an Indy car at the Carvana at 465 and 69 right up there,
Hmm.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to
Yeah.
see your commercials, because what you should do is have an Indy car in a couple of Carvana locations that are very visible, like right there in Indy and that northeast side of town. Oh,
Yeah. especially during the dang month of May. Come on.
All I'm saying.
All I am saying.
All I'm saying. So that's my white flag.
No, I agree. I agree 100%.
Well, I guess we should probably wrap it up. I don't know that we have
Yep.
much more to say about Texas,
No.
other than we missed
It's
you this year.
May, and we
hope
missed you,
to see
Texas.
soon.
Yes.
We hope to see you next year. Keep the barbecue hot for us.
And the queso.
And the queso. The queso.
The queso.
All right. Well, thanks for listening.
Bye.